one fine evening, the three children, after playing, they were discussing about God. So they are very good children, and these three children, they were discussing about what God they specially worship. The first child said, I pray to Lord Hayagriva, and every day I recite Jnanananda Mayam Devam every day. So it is a special God for the first child. The second child said, I pray to Lord Narasimha. He saved the child, like, Prahalada is a child. He saved Prahalada, and Narasimha is very powerful. So I worship Lord Narasimha. The third child said, I pray to Lord Krishna. The third child listened to a lot of stories about Krishna. And the third child said, this is the latest avatar and this is trending. So he is also black. So black is beautiful. So I like black. So I am worshipping Lord Krishna, a special one. And the first child said, oh, when you are talking about color, black? Oh, I don't like black. My Lord Hayagriva is white in color because his face is white. Desikan also says, Vellai Parimugar. So the Lord Hayagriva is white in face. So the first child said, I worship Lord Hayagriva white. The second child said, yes, my Lord Narasimha is very colorful and the lion-faced, majestic, and Mahalakshmi and Prahalada are nearby, so I worship him very closely and I don't have any fear. So with this, when they were talking, there is a fourth child who came inside, and this fourth child is a senior and he is a knowledgeable child. So they call him Anna. So the fourth child said, oh friends, it's nice you are talking about God. Can I tell you something special about my God? All the other three were eager. So he said, Andal says Rama is Manathukki Iniyan. In Tirupavai 12. Manathukki Iniyan is Rama, Lord Rama. So he is so sweet and for the heart. So because of his very sweet heart for Andal, I also like Lord Rama, he said. So Rama is dear to the fourth child who is senior. And he also ardent devotee of Hanuman. So he is getting a lot of benefits from worshipping Lord Rama and Hanuman. So they all said, oh Anna, you said Hanuman. Hanuman is powerful, he is great. And they asked, tell us more about that. So he said, you all brought good and different aspects of Lord Vishnu, and Hayagriva and Nrisimha or Krishna or Rama, and all are avatarams of Lord Mahavishnu. And Lord Mahavishnu or Sriman Narayana is the most supreme God, and worshipping any of the avatars is very good, which touches your senses is okay. So you all continue what you do, and the God will take care of you. But don't forget Tayar. Mahalakshmi is there beside him. So you worship Mahavishnu and Mahalakshmi together. If God is giving less benefits, Tayar will say give more benefits. So you have to worship Tayar and Mahavishnu together. But the third child who is worshipping Lord Krishna, he looked upset. He likes Lord Krishna because he has listened to a lot of stories from his grandpa, Tata. But Krishna is black. So generally in the world, most people don't like black. They say black is inferior, So that is why the third child is a little bit upset, and it asked the fourth child, Anna, can we change the color of Krishna? That means he thought he has got a very good idea. Fourth child, who is a senior, he said, no, you cannot change the color of Krishna, because Krishna itself means black person. But you don't worry, I will tell you something about colors, and at the end you will be happy. So he started telling about colors to the three children. So what is color? The quality of an object or substance with respect to the light which is reflected by the object is color. Correct? You would have read in your schools. So you have to come back to your academics, schools and science. So the color is something reflected by the object. So a light comes, it falls on the leaf, and the leaf is seen as green. So green is reflected by the leaf. If you see red rose, red is reflected by that rose. If you see jasmine flower, the white color is reflected by the jasmine flower. That is how we see the color. Color is reflected by the particular object. So that is the color. So whereas light, it contains all colors. How? Because you would have seen in sunlight, the sunlight contains all colors. The rainbow you would have seen, it contains all colors. And you would have seen the spectrum also. When you take the sunlight and send it through a prism, you get all the colors, spectrum. So all these things you would have seen in your school. He said, how do you make color? We make color by mixing. What kind of mixing is done? Because he says there are primary colors, which is called RGB, the red, green and blue. These are the three primary colors. If you see your television, how the television is giving the color? Because it is mixing red, green and blue. So these are the basic colors or primary colors which is mixed, and you get all that color in the television. And if you see here in this picture, red plus blue plus green together, if you see the intersection, it makes white. Red plus green plus blue together, it makes white. So red plus green, R plus G is equal to yellow. Blue plus green, B plus G is equal to cyan. R plus B is equal to magenta, and R plus G plus B is equal to white. So this is something basic academics. There is a question. If you see you have a printer in your house, if you see your printer cartridges. So in your printer cartridge, you find different colors. You see here, there are different colors in the printer cartridge. It's not RGB, red, green and blue. It is magenta, yellow and cyan. And then you have black also. There are 4 cartridges usually in your printer. If you have a printer, you will be seeing that. So these 4 cartridges are used to take color printout. So they mix these 3 colors, CMY, they mix the colors and they make the color printout. This is how the printer is working. So now what is primary? RGB is primary, or CMY, that is cyan, magenta and yellow is primary? Both are primary colors, because one color is for light. Red, green and blue is used for mixing the light. So that is why in television you have RGB. But this other color, magenta, yellow and cyan, this is called subtractive color or painting colors. So this is used for materials. So especially in the printer, that is why they are using cyan, magenta and yellow. Both RGB and cyan, magenta, yellow are both are primary colors. So they are called, one is called additive color, the other one is called subtractive color. That is why we have 2 types of different colors. You can see in this picture also. And if you add magenta, cyan and yellow, magenta, cyan and yellow, it becomes black. Whereas if you add red, green and blue, it is white. See here, there is a difference. So magenta and yellow becomes red. You see the picture. Magenta plus cyan is blue. Yellow plus cyan is green. And magenta, cyan and yellow together is black. Black contains 3 colors perfectly. So that is how the 4th child was trying to explain to the children. So black is not just black, it contains 3 colors. The 4th child did all these things and it showed everything to the child, but still the child was not happy because he could not understand. So they talked together, and sometimes they come to me because my house is nearby. So all the 4 children came to my house that day, and I was very happy because they are very good children. So the 4th child, he told whatever has happened. So I told all the 4 children, yes, they are in the right path, and black is really colorful. Black is not colorless. It has got yellow, magenta and cyan together. Otherwise, it cannot come. And then I wanted to tell them, I told them, I will tell you my real experience with my office printer. So this is my real experience with my office printer. You see my office printer, I used to take a lot of prints, and also as a finance man, I used to use the cartridges till the end so that I don't waste any drop of the ink. So what used to come every time when the cyan cartridge is getting over, it will give us message, cyan cartridge is getting over. So what happens? You have to replace. Otherwise I will print only black and white, it will say. If yellow is getting over, it will say yellow is getting over. So I will print black and white, it will say. And same thing for magenta. So I used to wait for these kind of messages, and after they give the message, then I will ask the secretary to replace. So then it will be replaced. So in the same way, once the black cartridge was getting over, so I was ready with the report. The report is like this. It will show what is the percentage of cartridge which is balance available, like that. You can see the report here in the screen. Now in the present screen, black is there 20%. But at that time when I was doing the job, at that time black was almost 0. So I was waiting for the message to come saying that no more black will be printed. So then I waited, but unfortunately what happened? The message did not come. The black printing was continued to be printed, and I thought I will be using the black to the last drop. Unfortunately, I thought, oh, what is this? What is happening? The black is still coming. No message is coming. Then I checked the report again. Then I found that the C and Y and M, that is cyan and yellow and magenta, were getting dropped. were getting used to make black printouts. So the printer was doing very good job. It was mixing these three and giving me black printouts. Then only I realized I became a fool, because I thought I am going to use black cartridge to the last drop of ink. Unfortunately, I became a fool. At that time only I understood, okay, these three colors together make black. Oh, black is not just black. Black is really colorful, because it contains all the three colors, cyan, magenta and yellow, perfectly. If you don't perfectly mix them, then it will not be black. It may be brown. So it is so nice that it was a nice experience for me. So this was one I was telling the children. So one child was very intelligent. It asked, Uncle, if C and Y and M together can print black, then why are you having black cartridge? You need not have black cartridge in your printer. That is a very good question.